circle down, circle down square. Up, circle down, circle down square.
Yeah. Already I'm knowing what you ain't used to. How you set the standards from shit that you used to stoop to. Avoiding all the damage and types that you used to shoot to. Got no room for baggage, little baby, I'm in a coupe too. College educated, so nah, I won't lecture. Self-sabotaging, I won't let you. Figuring it out, no problem, I won't test you. We got plenty time, no pressure. I don't even need much, baby, I make do. Never speaking on nothing I can't relate to.
Y'all see that background? We are back talking about wrestling. It's been a long time. But of course, I am joined with the one and only Munray. And today we are talking about the most shocking WWE ending I think people have seen. Was it the best? Was it the worst? We're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about the overall, the Rumble, the Women's Rumble, the matches of the night. We're just going to get a quick review of all things. But I got to let my guy, as I sit on the fence, get his spill off. So, Munray, how did you feel about tonight's Rumble?
Well, first and foremost, how everybody doing? This is your local neighborhood funeral director as we put to bed, what was the WWE World Wrestling Entertainment Company, as Triple H has proceeded to kill it. And the final nail in the coffin seems to have come tonight because I'm sorry, I cannot imagine in recent memory. 2015, sure, other Rumbles, but this, I don't see how you screw up a Rumble this bad. I really don't. Like, this is just the most star-studded Rumble you had, and you pick one of the worst options for a Rumble winner. And it ain't even the fact that you picked the option for the Rumble.
Person in the Rumble, by the way. He is the second most. He had the second biggest pop.
I mean, yeah, he's popular, but he's not good.
Behind John Cena. He
like,
had the biggest
he's
pop.
Popular. He's not good. Like, good. There's one thing. He's popular. He's not good. And this has come from Jey Uso's, inhuman almost push that they've given this man, which is just outright crazy compared to the quality talent of wrestlers that they proceeded to bury for the last couple of years. And I'm specifically, we're really only mentioning Triple H's run. We're not really gonna get onto what Vince did. No, just last week, but just this Rumble. This Rumble was predictable. It was a very predictable Rumble for the first three matches. We saw that from the beginning. We can go match by match. I'll say the men's Rumble for last. If you want to go for the first one, the women's Rumble, everybody knew Charlotte was coming back. Everybody and their mama knew Charlotte was coming back. Most people had Charlotte winning.
Lo and behold, she Bianca.
Like, personally, I said Bailey, Bianca probably wasn't realistic because we saw what happened between her and Jey whenever Jey comes back. But just everybody knew Charlotte was coming back. Everybody figured Charlotte would win. Shout out to Roxy Perez. Roxanne, she had a really good showing, but Charlotte won. Like, we knew Charlotte would win. So it's like, okay. So we got past one. DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. Good 2 out of 3 falls.
Great match, but the crowd wasn't in. The crowd wasn't in it at all.
They really wasn't.
But that match was so good. I'm like,
I think it's more from
tired from the Rumble, the first one.
I think it's more from the lack of effort that the tag team division has had recently. They haven't really had a lot of quality in recent years, because the tag titles was unified and held hostage. So it's like, it's not really
like the last 2 months, they have not gave any of. Last 2 months they've been kind of cooking, but
it was a good one, and I'm looking forward to hopefully what'll be a triple threat tag match, whether it be like maybe some ladders or something like that, but a triple threat match, just regular, is fine too, between the Street Profits and DIY and Motor City Machine Guns. I'm hoping for that. I think that'd be really good. Keep the tag quality going. And for me, that was match of the night easily. Just because like the quality throughout and the ending and everything. That was match of the night for me. The Rumble would have been it, but we know how that ended. And then we get to I'll take that back. I'm sorry. I lied. Because Cody versus
Cody and
KO was surprisingly the match of the night. And that was the one that probably had out of everything the most predictable ending because everybody and mama knew Cody wasn't dropping the belt.
Did you see that yet?
And unfortunately, KO has taken 3 back-to-back losses for this title or whatever. But it's unfortunate, but we knew it was going to happen. We just didn't think he'd do it 3 times. But this match unfolded in a way that I enjoyed from Pretty much from start to finish. I really liked the match. It was quite a number of spots. I really feared like these brothers had some real injuries possibly happen to them. KO taking that back body drop on like the top corner of that ladder looks
That brain
so
buster hit his head on the
so
side of the ladder.
painful. No, I ain't talking. I ain't even on that back body drop he took on the corner on the front on the top corner of that ladder when he Curly reversed. That mug was disgusting. I really thought that man had some legit pain. Turn that back around when Cody had to eat his own powerbomb on the corner of 1-2, and then that. Oh boy, it was rough. It was rough. That top rope. What
Brain
was
buster.
it? I didn't think it was a brain buster from the top rope. It was something else, wasn't it?
The spinning brain buster when KO hit his head on the ladder.
Yeah, both of those. Like that was disgusting.
That
And
was
then
nasty.
you had the Sami Zayn coming in there and choosing not to do anything, which I did predict that he wasn't gonna do anything. He didn't follow with his character finna go heel like that. So he didn't do anything, but it worked fine because Cody hit I finally snapped and went crazy. They even gave a blood nod, KO, drew some blood and the blood nod, him
Hardcore
going
Holly.
crazy. It fit. Everything fit fine. And then oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Alabama
That
slam.
that slam through the ladder to finish the match was it was done perfectly because KO sold the heck out
Sold it.
of it.
He put
He
his
sold the
head
heck
through
out of
those.
it.
He put his head through those things on the ladder. I'm like, oh, it's like he died.
And everything went through fine. He didn't seem to get any major injury, anything from it. He went through it perfectly. It was wonderful to watch that match from start to finish, and plus the ramifications of KO's going to probably go after Sammy just because Sammy sat there and let him lose that bad battle. Didn't help at all. We already know how that's going to go, but that's good. I actually like that. I liked all of that entire match. Everything was fine. Then we get to this Rumble. My God.
Hold on, before we get to it, let's go. Let me go over some of the stuff I liked in the other matches.
Go
The
right
women's
ahead.
Royal Rumble, Chelsea Green again as just a character, not even a wrestler, as a character is go. First off, she got stumped out by all the women at the beginning, and then they had the Black History Month theme in which all the black women
Oh my
celebrate each
gosh.
other. And she walked in the middle and got the beat out of by all the black women. Like, you do not fit. Listen, that is brilliant. The first day of Black History Month. I like who came up with this spot. So she had two of the moments of the night. Like I said, NXT show big. I know people want it. I saw some people say they'd rather have legends than young people than the younger acts. And I'm like, yo, they are literally setting up them for the future because most of them will be on the main roster next year. The same way Tiffany Stratton came up. Roxanne
I'm
will be up.
good with it.
I think
I just
Roxanne might. I think Roxanne might be coming to anyway because she beefing with
I'm
Bailey. She
good
been on
with it.
Raw a lot.
The only thing I don't like about the NXT presence being so strong is that it brings a bit of predictability to the Rumble because unless they change that in the future, good and well no NXT superstar or no NXT star is going to win the Rumble because they're not going to cross from developmental show to main roster show like that. So most likely because that won't happen, it makes it a little bit more predictable. Like, okay, the 10 NXT women that's gonna be there aren't gonna win, obviously. So that's the only thing I dislike about it. Like, I don't mind the NXT presence at all. I think it does help. It gives them a little exposure. I wish it wouldn't be as strong. Like, if we could find a way to,
But to
if
be
it wasn't like
fair,
10
in
or
ring
something like that.
wise, they might be
Otherwise,
better than the women in the main roster.
so like I'm
Outside
overall
of
I'm
like
cool with it.
Charlotte, the women in NXT might be better than everybody on the main roster. Just being real with you. And the only other person I could think of that wouldn't be Rhea, Bianca, Charlotte, and Bailey. Other than that,
Okay, I'm with you there.
Julia,
I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
Julia topping all of them. Roxanne topping all of them.
No,
Stephanie
I'm
Mercury
with you
topping
there.
all of them.
As long as you remove them four. When you said
Yeah,
the only one
yeah,
being Charlotte, I was like, wait a minute, like it's a few more, but after you said them four, I'm good.
yeah. And I'm saying after that, Tiffany Stratton was in that list last year. I'm like, and you see Tiffany Stratton is outperforming a lot of them when they actually give it a chance. Candice LeRae can go, but they don't ever give her a chance, so I can't put her on that list. But Chelsea Green can really go too, but her character work carrying her right now. But the Women's Rumble was predictable, and I did say it in the chat. It was very predictable, which led me to my answer later on, which I will tell y'all when we get to that. The tag match, I loved it. I loved the tag match. The tag match was amazing. It was Most of the Machine Guns and DIY gonna do their thing, and then you had the Street Profits with a new attitude, attacking heels. I love attacking heel. Shout out to that. And then you had, like I said, then you had of course, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, in which they selling you a story. By the way, a lot of storylines kind of got built tonight, which I am very intrigued by. And unfortunately, I'm gonna agree with Monte as we get in this match. Jey Uso versus Gunther is a story they've probably been telling for 4 years, and it was supposed to come off of this. And the fact I hated how close it is. I think it should. I do hate how close. Let's go get into it. Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble, which is the surprise because, like I said, everything else was predictable. And like I said earlier, on my end, before I let Monte go on his rant, on my end, I complained about how predictable this show has been for the last week. And I said I actually like how unpredictable this Royal Rumble is going to be. It was more unpredictable than my unpredictable. I'm like, all these 6 people can win. And I'm like, it went more unpredictable, which I get what they're doing. The guy putting in work. The guy is doing all the shows. He got all the rappers with him. He doing everything. He's like I said, he's the most overactive star on the show. Like I said, when he came to the city in San Antonio both times for Saturday Night Main Event and Monday Night Raw, the guy was by far the most. Cody Rhodes come out. Nope. You saw it tonight. Outside of John Cena, I said in our group chat, outside of John Cena, Jey Uso got the biggest pop of the night. And I'm like, I don't know why, but the dude get pop. I also want to shout out to Jimmy. Unlike, I do have to say this because Jimmy has worked on his game, and I don't think Jay has. But Jay don't have to because like I said, he's the most over dude in the roster. But Jimmy been working on his game already. Did you see them? Monte, he did a corkscrew. He did a corkscrew moonsault tonight, Monte.
I got you. I'm gonna wait.
That WrestleMania match was awful they had last year. And Jimmy Uso took it personally, I guess, because he didn't. That match he had with Melo was really good too. Unfortunately, Jay don't have as many good matches, which I think it's a reason for that. I think it's a reason Jay won. And I don't think Jey Uso's gonna main event WrestleMania.
I mean, I could pray. Like you, I remember
no,
you had
no,
like
he's gonna face Gunther. But he's not gonna main event. We saw that in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, you
we
think
saw
he
the
ain't gonna
match
main event? I mean, yeah, at this rate, of course not. But
Monte, we saw the match that's gonna main event. We saw.
Look, if they pull that triple threat, you dang skip it. That's gonna main event. If they pull that,
we saw
you dang skip it will.
You
dang skip it will.
Just the reaction when they was in the ring with Cena and all 4 of them was in the ring tells you what's gonna main event.
Now, I mean,
I think all 4 of them gonna main event, but I think John gonna get Cody, and them 3 gonna get each other, and them the 2 main events, and I think that's why they put that moment there. Could you see what I'm saying? Why would they put that moment there?
Like I said, that goes to my original thing before I even get into the Rumble or the J thing. That goes into my other reason of why I really thought Cena would win, which I mean was really close because he made it to final 2. But I really thought because I didn't think John would, and WWE by extension, would put his body through an Elimination Chamber match. I really didn't think they would do that just for a possibility to give John that win. And so for that reason, I don't know if he does that. Because I mean, yeah, it's gonna be in his. I think it's gonna be in a town like John that really likes John or something like that. But do I really think John on his going away tour is really trying to go through an Elimination Chamber match to main event Mania when they could? No, he does. Because
he said tonight. He said, "Yo, I put in the work. I demand to be in it. Triple H said I'm in it. So they got a month. I'm filming a movie in Greece. They got a month to talk shit, and I'm coming back to win the main event WrestleMania."
Well,
which is a new attitude by him, by the way.
And to be fair, like if he main events, he needs to take out Gunther. But that's only if they can get rid of Jay. If they don't get rid of Jay, because Jay going against, let me extend this to Jay anyway, because Jay going against Cody would make no sense. So he has to.
He's going against Gunther because he said it tonight too in the press.
Yeah, he said it.
I can beat
he said
the storyline is he can't beat him because he lost twice to him. He like, I can beat him. I know I can.
I can beat him. He's like, bro, you can't. You really, by all storyline and match experience and past tense points, you can't beat him. But like if you gave him 3
but that's the storyline, I think.
I mean, no, I'm even looking at the last match Saturday Night Main Event. You gave him 3 to 4 special moves in a row, but he kicked out, bro. You can't beat him. But whatever, like I'm gonna approach the Jey Uso thing from a business perspective, and then just from the season season fan perspective, all the concepts and those ins and outs of WWE. And from a business perspective, so I don't like it, but
You the
I
mania
understand it.
shirt?
No,
You
no,
the
I'm
mania
gonna
shirt's
be fair.
already
I'm be
going
fair,
wild. They selling them already. You the
huh?
mania. It's already you the mania shirt's already been made. They already on the
That's what I'm
site.
saying. Like, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair. From a business perspective, I don't like it. But Triple H essentially just played it safe. He's like, okay, my most over superstar right now is Jey Uso. Even though he's lost every world title opportunity for the last 3 years, he's the most over superstar. We've been pushing him, and to be fair, they have been pushing Jey for all these 3 years. Even when he was in the bloodline, they pushed Jey to be the one to spark the rebellion. Even though Jimmy was the one who started it, he's the one that sparked it. Because when he finally went over, that sparked the whole rebellion. He's the
That
one
was
that
a
got
crazy
the title
moment.
opportunity, the tribal chief match versus Roman Reigns. He's the one that rebelled off. He's the one that became quote unquote main event Jey Uso, even though it took a whole year and a half before he ever even won anything close to a main event. All that kind of stuff. They've been pushing him for years. So from a business perspective, this falls into what it is. Okay, I don't know who I want to be in Mania. Just give it to my most over superstar, and we'll sell shirts and everything else. And who he'll go against, it don't matter because we have enough superstars around him to where he ain't even got to really main event it. He just needs to get us through this moment. And so in that instance, he played it safe. Like if I pick it to Roman, people would get mad. If I give it to CM Punk, they might get mad. If I give it to Cena, they might get super predictable, like Zelma's up here saying. So he played it safe. He played it safe. This is something that nobody's gonna see coming, and he's the most over superstar. So the company will be happy because we can sell crap. I get it. I don't like it,
Well, I do
but
agree
I
with
get it.
Monte on this. Tripp's gonna have to book. It's gonna come down to his pen now. John Cena did his part tonight in the press conference, which we're gonna get into in a minute. But Tripp's got to do his pen. Monte said he did say business wise, but storyline wise, his pen got to be immaculate right now. Cause he got the main event, like we said. Listen, that Seth CM Punk thing went crazy. Listen, if you saw the reaction on Twitter from that moment of Seth doing the double curb stop and multiple times curb stopping Roman Reigns to the moment when Seth got up and realized Roman Reigns was behind him, pissed off, and then Punk throwing out both of them and then getting pissed off at both of them.
Like when I look at that aspect for that main event, the one that's the outlier is probably CM Punk because, of course, you could go the route of giving them a triple threat, but you have to make CM Punk care.
But the premise,
No, I
remember the
mean you have to
premise.
make him care because Punk
Yeah.
even said, "I don't care about it unless you have a title." So like, you have to make him care. And if you want to use that favor to like, hey, insert me into the match or something like that, either way, CM Punk is the outlier in that you have to make him care if you want to be a part of the match. Otherwise, CM Punk's gonna do something else because now Roman don't really have a way into a title faction. So his CM Punk's favor to him don't really make a lot of sense. So you have to make it to where it matters. And I don't really know how you do that. So for that instance, yeah, I agree. His pin work gonna have to be immaculate, which in case point goes into my fan outrage. I believe Triple H is like a horrendous booker. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
So
This
you
is the
don't.
same.
My thing is, I'm gonna give his pen a chance, and you don't believe in it. That's what
No,
the
I don't
class.
believe in it at all. I don't
Okay,
believe in it,
that's
not
right.
even slightly, because this was probably the last notch in the nail in the coffin for me. Because it's not really just the whole J thing; it's the last 2 years of work. Because mind you, Triple H has put in jeopardy. I'm not gonna say ruined because this mania is still up in the air alive. Even though the one of the main events, Jay going against probably Gunther is already something that doesn't really look right. But he has already put the last two WrestleManias in jeopardy. We all remember the snafu that happened last year when he tried to stuff Rock versus Roman down our throats. Like you already remember the snafu that
Yeah,
happened
that's the
last
Rock.
time.
That's the Rock's fault because the Rock got an
No,
ego.
that's on Triple H. You're not gonna sit here and act like Triple H is not responsible for it. That is on Triple H because
The
he
Rock is
agreed
his
with it.
boss.
He agreed with it. Like
He's
this is
literally
the
the
same one
chairman
that
of the
did no,
board.
no, mind you, that ain't the only thing. I got plenty. I got other ones. This is him. This is the same one that sees people like Selena Vega get absurd crowd reactions when she has a random fight against Rhea Ripley and you do nothing with her. This is the same one that currently got the New Day, who is more hated than any other tag team, and they're not even sniffing a tag team title opportunity. Yet you got three other tag teams already fighting over it. That's insanity. Like this is the same Triple H that the same Triple H that delayed a Solo versus Roman Reigns beef for 3 extra months to put it on Netflix when you're supposed to do it at Bad Blood, which was what it was legitimately made for. This is the same one that helped to continuously bury other quality talent superstars like Finn Balor and the other ones. Like this is ridiculous. Like I'm not knocking, individual superstars solely for their stuff or nothing. I'm just saying like the opportunities that you haven't given the talent on your roster, and yet the lack of storyline. Like I mean, some storylines are just basic. They just make sense. You see, we're all sitting here wondering after this Rumble. Okay, Charlotte's probably going to go against Tiffany Stratton because that's her junior, and we already seen her go up against Rhea, so her against Tiffany makes sense. But you're going to have Charlotte come back, which is already people looking at predictable, and then immediately lose a major title opportunity at Mania to a junior when you could have easily just did the run back between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton like you should have done in the beginning.
They're gonna
Like
do it.
it's certain stuff that don't make
I
sense.
think Friday said. I think Friday they set it up already. She did
But on
sit on
like
the
they
chair.
stuff like that, this is the same person. Well, I made other beefs about this. This is the same person that as soon as Gunther got the title, you made Randy Orton cross shows to beef with him for a title that we all knew he was going to lose, and then
That's
come
a
back into the
promise from the King of
storyline
the
with
Ring.
Cody and KO like if nothing happened. No, that's dumb. Like you made a draft and then you don't honor it. You just fight people over. Gunther has not had a quality beef since he became champion. Not a single one, and
I
it's
like the Damian Priest one.
it's absurd, and it's
First
crazy
one.
how
I
you
think.
pick and choose. The Damian Priest one kept on getting interfered with because he kept on making them beef with Finn Balor for 6 months.
He
Like he
did.
kept on interfering in
He
that beef
did
the
beef
whole
with Finn
time.
for long.
Like, he was just dumb. Like it don't even make
Promos.
sense after a certain point. And I'm just like, y'all want me to believe that that Triple H, who has literally had horrendous storyline booking for 2 years, and dang near ruined the last WrestleMania if it wasn't for the people coming together and literally telling you, bruh, make Cody break this man's streak. They tired of seeing Roman as champ. If they
You talking
literally
about
had
that?
not done that, Roman might still
Oh,
be
that's you.
champ to this day. But unfortunately, he finally got a clue to him to actually do something. And we go from that to you finna do another mania where we finna have a main event that I'm gonna be fair. When it comes to the internet right now, I'm gonna be fair to Zelma and everybody, even though I've seen a little more dislike of it. I'm just gonna say it's split. It's a split decision right now of people rocking with Jay winning and people thinking it was like the worst Rumble in history. Like so it's when you doing stuff like that as a booking, it's ridiculous. It makes me have zero hope in any of the other stuff you're doing when it comes to booking. So I'm gonna look forward to this Mania. Like 3 of your Mania matches are already predicted, and it's like, what are we looking forward to for? So in my mind, you are gonna give his pen a chance. Me, his pen ran out of ink months ago, and right now he's just writing there. I'm just
So apparently they saying online that Drew McIntyre was upset, said somebody had to get their moves in and sacrifice stories. Some people saying it's Logan Paul. I do not see that being Logan Paul because I don't even
I
think Drew
saw
was
that
Drew
from I think it's from PW Insider,
Logan
and
Paul. Yeah. By the way, PW Inside have been wrong like 3 times a day.
yeah,
So we do take it with a grain of salt. And Drew might be working again because he does an excellent job of doing like backstage
the only
work.
crazy
If you
thing
see
I
like
can't
a
really
random
predict right
WWE
now
video,
is like
I don't know who would be mad at. Maybe LA Knight. Cause LA Knight the only person I seen that just get every move in.
well, who
But
eliminated
they
Drew?
saying Logan Paul, but Logan Paul didn't get all his moves in.
Who eliminated Drew?
Logan Paul didn't do a frost blast. It was Priest.
Hmm.
I don't think it was Priest though. I think it was the. I think because he said he mad that the storyline somebody to get their moves in. People saying Logan, but Logan ain't. Logan only got like what the buckshot and the jumping on the
Yeah, he got
thing,
the
which
buckshot,
is the
and then he
Kobe spot.
eliminated AJ when he came back in. Otherwise, he chilled after that.
You know what I'm saying? He was mostly on the rope, so he didn't get. He didn't do his suplex, the triple thing. He didn't get all. LA Knight got every move he
Yeah, I
had.
was like, you had to say it was Knight because Logan didn't do anything. Um,
You know what I'm saying? It would be weird if unless he mad that Logan had the camera on him for a long time while he was drinking Prime or something.
and Logan didn't do
But
anything. So I would
but he
say,
said get his moves in, so I don't know if it's
but
Logan. If he was like he was hogging the camera when I got eliminated, that'll be Logan.
if I continue forward with my worries going forward, I guess this be a point of words going forward. I already said that I don't have any faith in Triple H. My other worries going forward is this makes it look like all of the major superstars of just WWE right now, all of them are gonna have storylines independent of a title, which is something that hasn't really been done for like majority of them in really what half a decade. So in my thing about that, I'm really worried because I don't have faith already that Triple H is able to be consistent in good storylines and then for everybody already. But now you're gonna do it independent of a title. And I say independent because let's just leave Cody on the island. Nobody knows what Cody's gonna do right now because he just finished his beef. So he doesn't really have a outline of a beef person that he's gonna go against. So his is gonna be determined at Elimination Chamber. And if we go with Zelmay's idea, that's gonna be Cena, which is gonna seem really weird that you're
I
going
think
to
Cena gonna
have
lose too.
the one that passed the torch. Well, not Cena didn't pass the torch to him, but you're gonna have Cody dethroned by the one he's basically replicating in his whole
I
act.
think
Because
Cody. I think Cody beats it.
and see, that's also gonna
And
be
that's
weird
and if I'm
because
Triple H, that's the pin I go with because the thing should be the tonight set the promo for what's best for business is me getting the 17th. I got 1 year to get it. The race for 17 should be dramatic, and this is the storyline I'm coming up with in my mind. Shawn Michaels trying to get to the Undertaker. The race for him to get in that Mania match with the Undertaker, where he had to do anything to do it to get in there.
I mean, yeah, and it ended up being Sean got it, but Sean lost the first
Yeah.
time, and he went demented over the next year to where like, bro, I give my career for another shot at it.
But
But
I think
like
the
for
storyline
me, for
starts with
Cena,
Cody, but then Cena gets desperate to get it before the end of the year instead of the next Mania. And I think if you do that
I
storyline,
mean,
that will make his
I'm cool
last
with that,
year
but
instead of just like this celebratory party, it'll make it like an epic storyline. Will he get 17 before the clock runs out? Now I don't think you have to wait. Please don't wait and make it predictable where you have to wait till the clock goes out. Make it October, August, SummerSlam maybe, but have it feel like it's pressure. Now again, that comes down to a pin game. But John Cena set you up for it. But that come down to your
but
storyline.
see, that's the thing about it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. Hold on, I'm cool with the. But like my thing is, Cody don't need to walk out with it belt. Like, and that's my thing when it comes to Mania and another notch why I had beef with Triple H. He's predictable because he's working the same way Vince did towards the end, where I don't want my superstars to drop belts other than 4 major pay-per-views. And
That's why I
so
don't want. That's why
he's
I don't
doing
want
the
him.
same
That's why
thing.
I don't think he should win. That's why I don't think Cena should win. Should drop the belt at WrestleMania.
But no, I'm saying that's the problem. Like, I'm cool with you thinking like, hey, Cena don't need to win it until later on. I ain't got no problem with it. But coming to me, Cena got to win, and he still got to drop it. But for me, it would have worked better for Cena winning it at Mania because you could have had him drop it and it'd be less predictable. Versus now, if Cena wins it later on in the year, you know he's gonna drop it quick, so you can predict when he'll lose it or who he'll lose it to
Or
also.
you could just
But
simply have him
the thing,
retire with it.
I mean, then just have a new tournament randomly with it. Whatever, that's fine too. I ain't mad at that. But that means he'll win on the last opportunity and then
I
just
don't want
leave
it to be the last
and lose it to
opportunity.
other
That'd
people.
be too predictable.
Yeah, like he'll win on the last opportunity and then the next episode of Raw, all right, Cena retired. It's now
I want him to have a
we now
few
have a free
matches with it.
title.
But then like that's why I don't want it.
We
That's
have a
why I
title.
want it
Yeah,
the
so
last
I'm saying
opportunity.
like
I don't think he had to win it the
so
first
I would
time.
have been good with him doing that. I would have been good with him doing that at Mania, so you have time to do all that kind of stuff. He could have a storyline, some going away matches, all that kind of stuff. But either way, Cody don't need to walk out of Mania with the belt, bro. I'm sorry. Like they need to lose them. And this is my problem with it. Like doing it that way, if Cody beats Cena, he walks out of Mania with that belt. He don't need to do that. Like this whole thing of champions holding belts hostage has to stop. They have to stop doing it. You can't be this predictable to where okay, Cody gonna reach 364 days and before he lose the belt. They're gonna reach 6 months before he lose. No, you have to stop doing it, and that's my problem. If you go that route, you're gonna do it again. And when I say Cody's on the island, because literally we have no clue who Cody can go against now. Right now, it's in the air. His next storyline or anything, it's still
They
and
did
it's
give us
good and
Cody versus
bad because now
Punk too,
anybody's
but
on the
I
table.
think Punk.
Like it's even on the table that Orton comes back and fights him for it. Like at this point, it's anybody.
Which is kind of fun.
So I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with Cena, but I mean not Cena with Cody. Either way, both champions need to drop those belts. They both need to. And luckily, I can probably pretty safely say that Roman's independent of it this time because he's gonna have his own
Oh, he
problems.
going into Seth
So I can
100%.
probably
Oh, after the night,
I can think
I don't know if Punk gonna be involved. I think Punk will, but he gonna
so I can
100%
pretty
after the
safely
night.
say it's independent of Roman.
Seth is him and Seth going there.
But now it's like, but to my original point, all of the superstars are gonna have things independent of it. Cody, we don't know who he's going against. You can pretty safely say it's probably not gonna be Roman, and it probably won't be Seth by extension. So you got CM Punk
What Drew gonna
free.
do?
You got other ones like Roman free. I mean not Roman, Randy Orton
Drew?
free. KO
AJ Styles?
probably gonna go get Sammy. So like in this instance, this might be the first Mania where this is the first Mania in a while where your main title holders have like the least worthwhile matches of the entire night, which is gonna be crazy. That whoever Cody goes against is probably not gonna be more as exciting as Roman and Seth,
What if he
or
go get John
whoever
Cena
Drew
now? I'm
goes
just saying that's cool.
against, and KO and Sammy in a hardcore match that we already know that's gonna be ugly. Stuff like that. It's like, bro, why are you making your champions irrelevant? Is my ultimate point. Like you're making them irrelevant. First, you're making them have the titles too long. Now you're making their main events at WrestleMania irrelevant. It's wild to me.
Well,
Like
if it's Cody go against
it's
John
almost
Cena,
ridiculous.
if Cody go against John Cena, that's never gonna be relevant.
Like Cody fighting John Cena is gonna be like a passing of the torch, but is not because this isn't what Cena's stuff is. Like, I'm sorry,
Hey, basically
having Cena's final year.
Roman was the torch thing. Then Roman basically gave it to
Yeah,
Cody.
Roman was supposed to be the torch. So I say this isn't necessarily gonna be a torch. It's gonna
So
be
it's
like a
Cody. Roman
either
gave
your
Cody the torch,
storyline
and it's just gonna be a.
or just Cena taking a year putting people over that don't deserve it. Like, he just Cody already over. He don't need no push for Cena for that. They don't make that. I don't like that.
I don't even. To be fair,
Jay
I don't even
already
know if he
over.
gonna
He don't need a
win.
belt, but we finna get that. Like, bro, oh my gosh, that image of Jay holding the World Heavyweight Championship is going to be so disturbing to watch, bro. Because it's just like, bro, you are choosing people who have the least interesting move set and athletic ability showing. Not to say that Jay ain't athletic, I'm saying like that on TV, like him watching him wrestle is not entertaining because his move set is so limited and dry. And it's just like this is what just because you pushed him in our faces for 3 years, this is what we're gonna have to watch now for what may be a while because we already know how Triple H does with title holders. He don't like switching them, so that means you don't give unless it benefits people. Like you gave Jey Uso a donation Intercontinental Championship for 3 weeks. And I say donation because you did it just for craps and giggles. You did it for some pictures for a couple of moments and got it right back off of them. It's like, okay, cool. So you finna have Jey Uso with this belt possibly up until and if Triple H continues with this predictableness,
Oh, Jay won't have it that long.
he gonna have this title belt at least until SummerSlam. That's 6 months.
But honestly, Jay ain't having a belt for no year. I'm sorry.
Like I'm just saying, like if you do it long enough, I'm just gonna be real because if he stays predictable, it's at least 6 months. I mean, Jay ain't gonna drop it until SummerSlam earliest if he keeps with that consistent. Now, if he changes and he has Jay winning and drops it immediately or quickly, or he pulls like a Rey Mysterio and somebody fights Jay for it and takes his title opportunity from him or some crap like that, who knows?
When is
But
Bash
I
in
don't think
Berlin?
Tripp's doing it.
When is Bash in Berlin?
Berlin was June, July, one of those
I
two.
think if they do go that way, I think Drew might beat Jay for it in his home, and like in
Drew should have
Scotland.
run the Rumble, but whatever.
They eliminated Drew.
Drew should have won the Rumble and went for Cody. That'd have been fine, but whatever. Like, that could just been another one on his road to Roman. Like, I'm getting rid of all of Roman's people that helped him, Cody included. Took his belt from Cody, fought Roman. It'd have been fine, but whatever. People got better pins and they just sell for some Yeet shirts. That's all it is. Because this is
Monte, you
horrible.
gotta
Like, Jay gonna have
Monte,
this
you gotta
belt for
eat
like
more,
6 months.
dog.
Bruh, do you know how crazy
Eat
it's
more,
gonna be?
Monte.
And mind you,
You ain't come
we
out
are
with
gonna have to
Quavo.
see Jay. No, mind you, and
Travis
I don't hate
Scott
Jay, I
didn't
really don't. But just
smoke
I
weed
hate
with
what we
you.
finna have to go through. We finna have to watch Jey Uso beat some of our favorite superstars, and y'all gonna be sick when you see it. Because they're gonna have to put him over. So that means we finna have to watch Jey Uso beat. He's on Raw. Jey Uso finna beat Seth. Jey Uso probably finna beat Gunther. He finna beat Seth.
Didn't he already beat
He
Seth?
may fight Roman for some weird reason. Like he's finna beat some of our favorite superstars for defending his belt. He finna beat Drew possibly. Like whoever he fights between WrestleMania and SummerSlam is finna get beat, and it's gonna be so ugly because we finna see him hit Uso splashes, hit 30 super kicks no, a month. I'll say a month, not a match. 30 super kicks a month. Hit another blatantly boring, horrible spear. Like it's just
Speaking of spears,
this is what they put over us.
we brag on Brian Breaker for a minute? That man went
Yeah,
viral.
yeah, the real good spear. The real good
They
spear.
loving
But
it.
it's
They
okay.
loving the thumbnail.
It's
Shout
okay.
out to me being. I
Shout out to
won the
thumbnail.
Rumble.
So it's okay. So mind everybody, on February the 1st, that is when WWE and Triple H decided to put a knife in the back of the writing and everything, and he killed WWE. That's the official date. Rest in peace, because it's over. It's over.
Well,
I
Monte
think
being said, let's talk about everything at the end. Monte, that Royal Rumble storyline was incredible.
Yeah, up until the end, it was
Listen,
good. Like,
we started with Penta versus Rey Mysterio, and I lost my mind.
they gave us a dream match in the beginning, which was
Then
good.
they gave a
They
Chad
gave us
Gable
a dream
next
match,
with the history behind him and Penta. Then
the
Carmelo
hatred of
Hayes.
the luchador.
Then Santos, they gave a, and then when Braun came in, it picked up Murray. And then number 8, Tozawa comes out. He gets hit in the back of the head by Mello, who got eliminated by Braun Breaker, which could be another story. Yeah, keeping that 9 Almeida win this year's winner of the Royal Rumble. But he gets,
Might as well
and
be.
then we has a backstage segment in which Triple H like, we need somebody. Speed, get out there. Speed goes out there and helps eliminate Otis. And then while he celebrates with Braun Breaker, we see one of the prettiest spears that's viral right now. I think it's at like 10 million views on one of the channels already. It just happened like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. My boy got speared out of his mind. Then he got thrown out the ring to Otis, who threw him over his back. And I'm like, that's amazing. And then we had a stretch Monday in which people weren't even fighting no more. They were just waiting for the next superstar to come out. But I promise you that wasn't 3 minutes, Monday. They just was sticking back to back. Who was it? It was Roman Reigns, then Drew McIntyre, right?
I believe.
And then it was somebody, and then John Cena, followed by CM Punk, followed by Seth Rollins. And they just looked at each other in the ring. The crowd was like, "Oh, what a moment!" Which kind of led us to the CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns thing, because Seth Rollins immediately went for CM Punk. And I think that also leads to the interesting thing of KO, Seth, and Drew, which I don't know how they're going to do that. Because, again, Seth did try to kill Roman today. He did a curve shot with both feet.
I don't think it's going to do anything. I think that's literally just going to be Seth. It's going to be Seth and Roman. I just don't know how they're going to put Punk into that because Punk, by all storyline metrics, shouldn't care. He shouldn't care. Like, he hates Seth, true enough, but he shouldn't care about his beef with Roman. He really shouldn't. So I don't get how they're gonna write him in there to make it make sense.
But you say his thing for the championship. It's not for it's for the main event at WrestleMania. If Paul Heyman could finagle that to become the main event over Jey and Gunther, Punk would be down. I'm main eventing? That's my goal.
Like, I think the only way I can think of off the top of my head to make that make sense
if he main event. That's his goal. His goal is to main event.
Well, no, because it's also going to go against your storyline too. Because I'm saying, like, to be main event or whatever, he would have to win the chamber, but that means John wouldn't win chamber. So that means it would also go bad. Like, there's no way to really finagle that because John has to win.
If Seth Rollins versus Punk versus Roman is going main event, you ain't putting Gunther over Jey over that match. No, you're not.
No, I'm saying that's fine. What I'm saying is Punk should not care. And even as a main event, Punk shouldn't care.
But his goal is the main event. So if he, like, the promise is this match will main event, he would care. Because you remember Kevin Owens bragged about a match with Stone Cold that wasn't meant to be the main event and was. And he told him I main evented twice. It's part of the storyline.
Maybe. Like that's hard if Punk got a favor and he's using that favor solely to main event Mania over like interfering with a beef that would have nothing to do with him. Like for me, the only thing I could think of, like I said, like I was finna say, you would have to, even if I go with your storyline, you'd have to put Roman, Punk, and Seth all three in the elimination chamber. And you would have to do it to where Seth would have to eliminate Punk. It could be some BS, whatever case may be. Seth would have to eliminate Punk, and he had to make Punk mad. And if you made him mad, and then Seth and Roman go on to have their one on one,
Right.
he'd have to immediately, I ain't gonna lie, speed got taken down. He would have
That
to
looks
like,
great.
he would have to be mad enough to where like, hey, I'm using my favor, put me in that match with the two of them, so we can just squash this. That'd be the only way I can think of. And then John would have to go on and win the chamber, which to me, John against Gunther would be wonderful. John against Cody, I would hate it because Cody does not need to walk out of bed. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. I could stomach Gunther being champion, and I say stomach because I don't really have a problem with Gunther being champion. Like he's cool with me. It's just the 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 holding the hostage of championships is always my problem. Like holding them too long brings stagnation to it because it just makes every match unpredictable. We know you're gonna win. So Gunther being champion isn't the problem. It's just him holding it too long. But I can stomach Gunther being champion after Mania. Cody got to drop it. I'm gonna be real. He got to drop that belt. And it's not like Cody's a bad wrestler, bad person, nothing. He's had it for a year almost. He has to drop the belt at some point. You cannot keep going with these Roman Reigns like title reigns for years. That's not how wrestling works in its best form. Like it's ridiculous.
Unless
So
you got a
if
Roman
Cody
Reigns
walks out of
storyline.
Mania with that belt, bro, Jesus Christ.
If Cody can create stories
Like
the way Roman can, he can do it. But he ain't. This is the first storyline I had. He had good outside of a Roman Reigns story, so that's the problem. But
true.
that vignette was amazing. If y'all haven't seen that
And
Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes vignette, that's an old school vignette they used to do.
like it was good, and the
The
simple
match was
fact,
great.
and not the simple fact, the unfortunate fact is that it also took 3 losses by KO for him to actually have a quality storyline, which is also a problem. You cannot bury superstars on your way to building up
I don't think
superstars.
KO
That's not
buried
how
it
this gonna
all. I
work.
think he's gonna have a big man match. But
KO got buried a little bit. Like 3 back-to-back
he
losses
lost to the
in
face
your
of the
first
cup.
world title opportunity.
Monte,
No,
Monte,
this
John
KO's
Cena
first
used to
singles.
pin 7 people at a time. He had Daniel Bryan and 6 other people pinned at one time.
See, my thing about that
He
though,
survived.
he didn't fight Daniel Bryan 3 times in a row.
He pinned him with 6 other
Like that.
people and stacked them
Not
on
at
top of
three,
each
not 3
other.
times in a row. This is what I'm saying. It's different
Monte,
if
if I stack, if
like Daniel
Monte, if
Bryan
you
fought this man over the course of 3 months and 3 pay-per-views and lost all 3. He didn't do Cena didn't do that
Monte, Monte,
versus like, and I'm saying this
Monte,
particular
if I
instance. I'm
put
not
if
saying
me
what
and you
Cody
fought and
regularly
you beat
does.
me up 3 times, but we had good fights, people gonna be like respect. If me and you fought and I had 6 people with you and you beat all 6 of that, they gonna call me a bitch.
I mean, but the problem with that is the first 2 matches weren't that good. The first match wasn't good. Let's just be real. The first match was the one where they sold, oh, he got the bag leg and couldn't pull the trigger. That match wasn't good. Stop that. And the second one, okay, now he can pull the trigger, but he just outright lost. That wasn't good either. This third one was good, and it was a finisher. But it's like the problem comes if you bury a superstar on the way to just having one quality match, one quality story. That is a problem. You cannot do that. And like I said, Barry, like, of course, KO is still KO. Like he still has had a great, career and all that kind of stuff. But it does hurt. This is his first singles title opportunity he's had in years, and he lost 3 straight. No, it's not good. Now, is he gonna get his get back when he go get Sammy at WrestleMania? Who knows? Because I don't even know who you have to win that match. But regardless, like Sammy could probably eat a pin. But regardless, like that's bad because, like I said, now it's like, okay, well, we can already just throw away KO's chances of winning any kind of belt because we see how Triple H is booking superstars. Like unless you win a Royal Rumble, and we already saw, and mind you, this is another knock I have against Triple H. I meant to say earlier, this is the same Triple H that wasted the Money in the Bank opportunity. Like stop this. This is Triple H. He's just a horrible booker. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's not. He's a bad booker. I don't have any faith in his pen going forward to write a good coherent storyline for major
Monte, do
superstars.
you just want sometimes Monte, you be wanting to fast track stuff. Sometimes you don't have to fast
I
track
don't
stuff.
want to fast track a thing. I don't mind build up. Like you forgot, I like build up. I like when you make a superstar worthy, and you can see his growth that is coming into the opportunity. To be fair, that's more or less what they did with Cena. Like I'm not knocking that. Like I like that kind of stuff when it's done right. My problem is when you don't do that, or like my problem is when you build up a superstar and you don't do anything with it. Look at the New Day; they've been built up to be great heels. They're nowhere close to a tag title, not even a
But they
division.
just started. They haven't even won a match yet.
That's the problem, bro. They've
Let
been
them win.
heels for
Let them win.
2 months. So when are you gonna start the process? And this is what I'm saying about that process. When you start the process, bro, they lost. Xavier Woods lost, bro. They didn't win. They lost. So like your
A
first
singles match.
singles opportunity match, you lose. Why for you losing to Rey Mysterio for? That don't even make sense. Now I'm not knocking the build up process. I'm knocking it when you don't do it right. Like
But they just
what's the
gave the
point of them
woman. She's a
losing to
belt.
Ray? What's the point
They
of them
just
losing
gave
to
the other
Ray?
team a belt, and they've been wanting to give them a belt for a while. The Triple H
You're
people.
losing to
They gonna let
Ray.
them. So they're gonna have probably get 4 or 5 wins on shows, and then they're
Then
gonna
why
lose
are
to the
you
New Day.
losing to Ray?
Sometimes you lose to Hollow,
No,
but then Xavier
that's
Woods beat
BS.
what?
No,
But
see, Grandpa,
they
this is my,
won and won
no,
now.
Grandpa.
They
This is my
they
problem with
won
you.
and won because Xavier Woods beat him a few weeks ago when
This
they
is the
first
problem.
started.
This is the
They
problem right
won
here.
and won. No,
Grandpa,
they
this is the
won and won.
problem. You're
But you say why
you're
you
ignoring the
losing?
process, Grandpa. You're ignoring the process.
Oh,
Like
he
you
a
do
Hall of
not
Famer.
lose
So
to Ray.
he
Like
beat
this is the
him one
season
time
that we're
already
in.
too.
No, I'm like, if you're in the season where you're trying to build stuff up, like we're in WrestleMania
He's
season.
distracted. They probably gonna win the belt at Mania.
No, they're
Like I
not.
said, the
No,
War
they're not.
Raiders
And you know
gonna
they're not.
win 2 or 3 matches.
They're not, and you know they're not.
They just got the championship belt. They gonna win 2 or 3 tag team matches, and then they gonna move on.
Grandpa,
Thankfully, he
you know
got
they're
rid of
not gonna
Damien
win.
Priest.
Grandpa, you know they're not gonna do it. You know they're not gonna do it, Grandpa. It's
The point
unfortunate
is,
because I wish you were right, but you know they're not going to do that. Right now,
Triple H goes
nobody
off
even knows.
reaction. That's one thing I have noticed, and that's why I hate how predictable it is. That's also why I can't criticize the final thing because even though it's technically off a reaction, but most
I can
people wouldn't
criticize
expect
it. I
it
can
that way.
criticize you when you're bad. Like that's it. Like I said, this is the sad fact. I'm not. Like I said, I don't knock that. It's like this is WrestleMania season. Like you have build up and opportunity and move up. Right now, the tag team titles are in great division and fighting and everything. Well, my bad, my bad. I'm getting it confused. The SmackDown tag team titles are in a 3-way fight. The Raw ones are literally being thrown in the air because the Warring Raiders and the leftovers, I mean, not even JD anymore, the leftovers of JD have been fighting over them for 2 months. And I'm just like, now that that's finally over, you would think the New Day would have been right there. But unfortunately, the first
They
thing
had
they
a
do
good
with the
match
New
now.
Day,
Shout out to JD though. JD got wrecked and had a punctured lung
oh
and
yeah,
finished it.
when I say JD, I mean Judgment Day. JD
Yeah.
McConnell, ugh.
Shout out to him.
JD, that one, shout
That
out to
man
him.
almost
That is
died.
a trooper. That is a
That
strong
was
person to be able to finish that match. I pray all the recovery in the world for him. So, but that's what I'm saying.
some
They,
nasty shit.
the Warring Raiders, now have a free storyline. They have nothing to do. They finished dealing with Judgment Day, and the New Day
Who the other
should
tag?
have been right there, ready to step into the fray to start going to them. But what you do, your first singles match against Rey Mysterio, you lose, and you lose
Oh,
because you're
no,
distracted.
the second one he lost. The first one he won when he took
And
the
so
mask off.
now, unfortunately, you don't have any momentum. You have yet to be in the tag match in months. You don't have any reason to go towards titles or nothing because right now they're still fighting with their family. Nothing wrong with their family. I'll bless to their family. But like you're fighting in the storyline, you're fighting with your family and stuff, trying to prove stuff to them, prove stuff to Big E or whatever. Right now in the storyline that New Day have, there's no direction there's no finish line. It's like what are you working towards? And right now they don't have anything to
What if
work
it's
towards. It's just
now it might be Big E too because Big E
other
is
than
close.
just
I
being
don't have no
hated,
clue.
you don't really have anything that you're working toward that makes sense. And mind you, I'm gonna be real with you, Grandpa. If they pop up at Mania with a New Day versus Big E 1-on-2 handicap match, bro, throw the whole Mania away. Throw the whole thing away, bro. You know what? You throw the whole Mania away if that's what you're
Oh, I
working
doubt
towards.
it's gonna be that.
If you're gonna work on something that
It'll be a
low,
tag
throw
match.
the whole Mania away. Now, I don't believe it'd be anywhere close to that ugly, but if you do that, throw the whole Mania away, bro. Like it should be New Day versus the Warring Raiders. If Mania, fine. Even though you should have already worked your way towards that. But boy, like I said, ending on my
I'm
note,
ready for that.
to me, in my opinion, Triple H done killed WWE today. Like this is just knocking the nail because I've had zero faith in his ability in his pen work. And it's just another episode of it. Like you wasted money in the bank, you've wasted the tag titles, you're wasting away your two main champions because you're keeping them with the belt for too dang long. You're wasting multiple talented superstars and talented stars on your roster because you don't write them for worth a damn. And now we wasted a Rumble because you've given it to somebody that has all of the match chemistry and entertainment value of a pencil. Now I'm talking about purely from like what we see in the ring during him wrestle, not like the yeet, not his popularity or his charisma, which is very nice, not his mic work, which is
People
solid, not crazy,
people
but
about this.
solid mic work. I ain't knocking it. Just in the ring, my man has one of the most limited move sets we have seen in recent memory. Like matter of fact, the three moves you are known for are all repeatable. They're all repeated moves. Everybody's done spears. Everybody done super kicks. We've had splashes from 30 people. This is what our champion.
People really pissed about this, my day. They is upset. Logan Paul.
Hold on, what is that?
Logan Paul. I'm still trying to understand why Logan Paul eliminates CM Punk. They do not like that.
I'm just saying, bro. Like when worst Rumble ever is trending, it's for a reason. But my bad. Hunter, you got it because I'm not calling him Trips. Trips is when I would respect your pen work. I don't. This is Hunter, and Hunter
Trips
did
give us Trips gave us the golden shovel. That man. Well, he was
like Trips gave us Randy Orton and Batista during Evolution.
That was
Hunter
after we talking about 2002 when Stone Cold and The Rock left when he first got the Randy Orton with Ricky.
Yeah, that was Trips.
Triple H. I'm telling y'all that Hunter man golden shovel so many people there. Yep. Y'all forget they call that what was it that they talk the reign of nightmares for a reason. That man buried so many people. Holy shit. They made a golden shovel.
I'm just saying when you have so many multiple controversies during your run as story maker, why do people question your major pay-per-view? We shouldn't have had to question you wasting the Money in the Bank briefcase because you shouldn't have wasted it. We shouldn't be questioning the Royal Rumble winner because it shouldn't have been this person. Like we shouldn't be questioning major things. Like,
question now, if it's the person, if it's not somebody else, but it's the person people want, isn't that predictable? If you tell me it should, if you tell me it should be, listen, I'm all for predictability, but when you always predictable, I hate it. That's why I'm not upset at this, but I am gonna say this: your pen got to be on point after because you took a risk in doing this. It's a risk.
For me,
people say it's not business wise. It's not a piss. You the mania and all that, but it's a risk storyline wise because again, you just had him lose. So now Jey Uso has to have the story like Shawn Michaels, in which I know I can beat you.
Even though you have absolutely zero proof that you can. Not only are you 0-2 against this man, you 0-6 in world title matches.
That's the storyline gotta be, and you have to write it. And Jake gotta perform because you picked him. So he has to perform the way Shawn Michaels performed, but he could never beat The Undertaker.
So now we got to have 2 months of Jey Uso proving himself to be a good challenge for Gunther by beating. So now he got to beat multiple top level superstars. This is going to be even more horrible to watch.
I don't know if he ever beat people. The thing is, I think he has to do is he has to tell the story.
And that story is, I can prove to you that I'm a worthy champion, that I didn't just. Because the first thing people are going to say, bro, you got lucky. Like they're gonna be. I can guarantee you right now, Gunther's words gonna come out of his mouth. He gonna be like, "Bro, you just got lucky. Like you're finna get attitude.
Gunther's gonna do his job
out there, but you bounced off and you pushed him out. You got lucky. Like that's gonna be the first words. You got lucky. And so Jay's storyline that Triple H probably gonna do because he's predictable. So the predictable storyline is, bro, I'm not lucky. I can prove to you that I'm a worthy bro. I can beat these people. And you finna go on a run, and you finna be beating top level superstars. Randomly, willy nilly. And then afterwards, Gunther be like, "Okay, I'll take you on. You seem worthy," and then you're gonna beat Gunther. Like, bro, oh my god, that's so.
The storyline is here. Look, it's right there. He literally said when he won, "I wouldn't." And then show 3-0 stay away now. The story, by the way, the fact that
That,
this was the 26th, I should have saw this and knew he was gonna win once you see this. I don't know how I didn't see.
but I'm just like, bro, like this is a person you done lost 3 times in a row to this man. And they're just gonna be like, bro, I ain't worthy. Like, bro, you got lucky. I didn't get lucky. I'm gonna show you that I'm a good one over the next couple months. I'm gonna be beating top level people. And you're gonna beat top level
I
people.
don't know if he has to
You
beat
know,
people though. I think everybody gonna be busy with their own
watch.
thing. I wouldn't even have.
Now do he have to? No, I'm gonna be fair. Do he have to? No, because he's won the Rumble. He has a match regardless. He ain't got to beat anybody. But for the storyline purposes, watch. Like that's my prediction. If it's predictable, my prediction is gonna be Jey gonna be trying to quote unquote prove himself.
But he already beat Seth. He just beat Seth.
So
I'm just saying he just beat everybody. He just can't win the big match. Like, Gunther can even say, even if you beat them people,
he gonna prove it. He gonna prove it, bro.
Like, even if you beat them, you beat all them people. But when it comes to title matches, you lose to the same people you are. You beat Sammy, you done beat Drew, you done beat Seth in the last 4 months. But when the title on the line, you lost to every one of them, including me. So I don't care about you winning big matches.
Otherwise, what story is there to tell? Like you already got the guaranteed title match. You already lost to this man 3 times. What story is there to tell?
You ain't good enough. That's the 3-0 thing.
Matter of fact, never mind. I know another one. That's why I say he gonna say he ain't good enough.
That's why I said he has to do the Shawn Michaels storyline. Except without the guarantee, he don't have to put his career on the line because he won the Rumble. So
the crazy thing is gonna be. One, they're gonna make it be like, all right, bro, if you lose to me in Mania, you can't never challenge me for the title again. They're gonna do that probably.
Well, he don't. Technically, he can't put that stipulation because he won the Rumble. That's the problem with winning the Rumble.
Watch. He gonna be like, bro, you can't be like, bro, you can't challenge me again for it as long as I'm champion.
I always hated that because what if he won the Rumble and challenge you? Like,
watch.
Did the Rumble contract negate your stipulation? I always wanted it.
No, because nobody ever lasts that long. But that's one. 2, they're gonna do something like, I'm gonna prove to you that I'm a worthy person to fight you. I'm gonna beat the people that you beat or couldn't beat. So they're gonna make him fight. Well, no,
I was saying only Sammy. He beat Sammy. That's the only person beat him.
I don't remember if he fought Sammy or not. But I mean,
Gunther lost to only people Gunther lost to was Cody and Sammy since he's been on the main roster. He's lost to nobody else.
We'll see. I mean, I have zero faith in the pen. I don't think other than Jey trying to prove himself that there's really a story to be told because he just won the Rumble. So he got the match regardless. But either way, and Gunther, we know Gunther just gonna say you got lucky. He said you got lucky and I beating you 3 times. So I already know Gunther.
I wouldn't put him in the ring with Gunther a lot. I might do it Monday, but after that, it have to be. Yeah, I'll have him in the ring with probably in 2 months from now with Roman. And Roman got to give him encouragement.
Right, he gonna be in there with. He gonna talk to Gunther tomorrow.
He's gonna. He's gonna pick Gunther, so he's got to talk to him.
Matter of fact, Jey might start the show tomorrow. He probably start the show. Just to be fair, he probably starts the show.
But Jey, I think he's gonna talk to Sammy. I think he's gonna talk to all his friends, and they're gonna try to encourage him that he can do it. And I think Roman probably gonna get a final speech.
His whole storyline they're gonna try to do is this underdog storyline. They're gonna do that one. Like, you got to make me feel like I'm not good enough. You're like, bro, you can beat him. You can do it. Like you're that guy. You won the Rumble for a reason. It's all special. It's all chosen. It's gonna be all that BS, bro. It's a predictable storyline.
But if you pull it off well, you can.
There's not much they can tell. So it's like, bro, you're gonna play the underdog storyline. You are good enough. You can beat him, all that kind of crap. So that's
he 0-7 in title reigns. It's easy to tell a story like, hey, dog, you ain't really good enough. The problem is if he loses again, he has to win, right? It's kind of a one trips. I'm gonna say this: if he loses to Gunther, you wasted everybody's time.
Bro, he's not gonna lose to Gunther.
No, if you lose,
we know he's not losing.
If he loses, you literally wasted our time. Cause we don't need an underdog
bro, it's
story.
unfortunate because we know he's not losing. Like we know he's not losing, and it's unfortunate because you literally put a person who lost to Gunther 3 times up against him at WrestleMania, so we know he has to win, and it's gonna be so.
I just hate how close it was, though. That's the only thing. If this was like a month ago, he lost 3 times. I'm like, okay, he lost last week.
Well, he lost last week. And the thing about it, look at how he lost, bro. He lost after giving Gunther 5 specials in a row, and the man still lost.
But
now all of a sudden you finna Yeah, because he gave him 2 specials, and then Gunther kicked out, and then he gave him 3. Gunther kicked out, and then
I
immediately
hated
flipped
the
him
ending
over
though.
and got 2
I
power
did
bombs
hate
and
the
won.
ending. I'm like, bro, y'all gotta sell it.
Like, so
I don't know.
you finna sell us this story, bro? That's so offensive. You finna sell us this story after Gunther ate 5 specials from this man and still
Listen, that's
won.
their job to
And
sell
you
it.
fit,
I don't hate it, but you now have if you did Cena versus Gunther, you didn't have to. You know, Triple H didn't have to use his pin at all. It says itself.
mm,
But if you now
bro,
if you
no,
do
you don't
if
hate it
you do
because
this,
you're trying to. You don't hate it because you want to be accepting. I'm gonna tell you right now, I hate it. I hate everything about it because it's dumb. Because somebody
but
who
the
just
thing
lost
is, you
last week,
can do it. Listen, I'm the only reason I'm saying this because in my head I can write a story that could make this easily work, but I don't know if they can do it. So the fact that I know I can write this story, I can write the promos and everything, and I know it will work because as a writer, I know how my pen is. But now I need to see y'all can do it. So that I'm always as a writer gonna think like that. Like, okay, do I see a way for this to work? And if I do, I'm always give you leeway to see if you can do it. The same thing with the John Cena thing. John Cena losing at the last second. John Cena, I can see 2 ways with John Cena. John Cena might lose Elimination Chamber at the last minute. And then he wins Money in the Bank, which will be very interesting. But
and like I said before, I already didn't think that Cena would be willing to put his body through an elimination chamber. I dang sure don't think he's gonna put his body through a Money in the Bank ladder match. I really don't think he pulling that one because that's gonna hurt.
John Cena said this
The
is the last
chamber itself
time.
gonna hurt.
See, this is the last year. He
I
going
mean,
all
it
out.
is, but bro, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna really hurt. But
See, he
whatever.
ain't gonna do what
Like,
Cody them did tonight. Cena ain't doing that shit. Cena ain't never did that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
Cody and KO be doing
like
that
I
stuff.
really don't think I didn't think he was gonna go through the chamber because that's painful and extended pain
KO.
because he's gonna be in the match for a while. I really don't think he finna go through a Money in the Bank ladder match. I refuse to think he gonna go through that mess. You think Cena finna let himself get put through a ladder right now? Oh no, sir. But
And before we get off, I do
either way,
want to say this before we get off.
I'm done.
Jacob Fatu look like a monster again. Book that man to the moon right now. Holy Monday. That man had to stare down with
Yeah,
everybody in the match. I think the only person
I'm not mad at I'm not mad at him and Strowman in 2, maybe 3. You know, because we obviously see based off of the fact that Strowman eliminated him, they running it back. So
Strowman been
and if you run
everything.
it back, I don't think you that's the weird part though. If you run it back, do you let Jacob win again?
Yes.
Or do you actually let him to eat a pin
Jacob
and go for
Fatu
3?
tried to kill that man and succeed.
And that's the thing
Technically,
about it. He tried to kill
wait,
him.
Mate. Jacob didn't win. He got disqualified because he tried to murder. Yeah, he wouldn't
So when
stop.
you run it
He
back,
wouldn't stop trying to hurt. So technically, Braun Strowman won.
I mean, yeah, he did get it disqualified.
'Cause-
So I guess you run back 2. But like I said, do you run back 2? Yeah, I guess you do run back 2 and let Jacob legitimately win.
Because the first man, he wouldn't stop trying to crush his head against the wall, and then he threw the referee out the ring because Jacob Fatu was insane.
But
But
such it is. That is the episode of how Triple H has killed 3
who does
pay-per-views.
Jacob
He killed
Fatu go to?
WrestleMania. He almost killed WrestleMania last year. He killed Money in the Bank last year, and now he's killed Rumble. So
Who does Jacob
that's the luck
Fatu
in
go
the bag.
after? Because I promise you,
Right now he's going after
Braun Strowman.
right now he's going after Braun
the
Strowman.
Braun
So you're not worried
Breaker,
about that right
the
now.
Braun Breaker match.
In the future,
I got so hyped when they stood face to face.
I'm gonna be real. They just do a some random squash match at Mania is fine because right now you're gonna have him go against Strowman. That'll probably be a Chamber or something later, whatever. So you can have him do with that. At Mania, you can give him any kind of squash match and he'll be fine. I don't think you need to seriously schedule him for something. At least not at the moment. You can do it
He had to
after
stare down with
Mania,
everybody
or
in
if
that
you
match
really
one day.
I'm just being real. Like right now, you're just trying to build up Jacob by himself. I don't think you need to book him for anything serious at Mania right now. Like, because I don't think it's enough time to really spin a good story after he beating the heck out of Strowman for the next month. I don't really think you have much to say. So I would wait and just like give him some squashes or somebody extra,
Yeah,
or
all
maybe like an
gas, no
old agent,
breaks.
something like that, help push him over, and then oh, matter of fact, I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back.
I did see that Braun Breaker match.
Have him fight solo. Have him fight solo. Solo at Mania and him be fine.
I can see it now. Solo left him. That's all gas, no breaks.
Solo left him, and then Jacob is doing well. He beats Strowman, and then Solo comes back and tries to order Jacob around, and Jacob's like, bro, no, I'm in charge now. And they fight in Mania. I think that's fine.
He off the leash, all gas, no brakes. Talking like
Yep, I
we
think
doing
you can
that
go ahead
Bacon.
and have him beat down Solo, and that way after Mania, he's fully established as his own star, his own man, and you can go from
God,
there.
he's so good. Him and Braun Breaker, that's a nice future. Carmelo did his thing tonight.
Yeah, too bad I have no faith in Triple H to do anything with him. But all right, the Braun Breaker, the same one who's basically been off for 2 months and not had any kind of scheduled matches.
Ain't he been fighting Sheamus?
that's-
Love it, Kyle. This Sheamus, him and that Sheamus match was really good.
Oh yeah, it was. It was. I was saying, like, other than that, he hadn't really did a match in like 2 months.
He went viral tonight.
I bet. It's like, yeah, why hadn't he been booked in more matches? He's in his prime. He's champion. Never mind, Triple H.
He is the IC
doesn't
title.
do things with people anymore.
He is the IC champion. You can't.
He doesn't do it. He doesn't. We forgot how Triple H does with champions. Same reason why as soon as the United States champion won that belt off of LA Knight, he has done nothing since and hasn't even had a relevant storyline since he won.
I think he been in Japan defending the belt.
Yep.
Because he probably wanted to go home.
Defending it in Japan instead of doing anything here. You haven't had a single solitary story since you won it, but never mind. Because I forget Triple H don't do runbacks. He don't do the automatic runback that'd be easy scheduling. You don't do that. So, it is what it is.
Y'all let us know in the comments, how do y'all feel? Do you give leeway to Tripp's pen to see what he got? Because I do. A lot of times I do. Listen, I'm not a Triple H apologist. Listen, what he did to Chad Gable was downright horrible. I'm sorry. I thought he was like, okay. I guess he done put Chad Gable in that spot when new people come in that he gives them a great match. I guess that's what he's like, his spot. The old
instead of scheduling Chad Gable to actually
the
be
old Miz
spot,
spot,
and talent and ability. But okay.
The old Miz spot. New people come in, you make them look good. I like at least give him the IC title before you gave him this spot. At least gonna be a champion.
Nope. We don't use talent here. We just use people we want to push. We don't use talent.
Well, I think he might just go.
We push people that got 3 moves, not people that can, flip people upside down with pure muscle. Never mind. We don't do that.
Shout out but Braun Breaker been over. Shout out to him in that Ricochet rivalry before Ricochet left. I think, but to be fair, a lot of people he was pushing got injured. Bronson Reed, he pushed heavy. He got hurt.
Yep, he did. He pushed him, and then unfortunately he got injured and stuff. And then afterwards, nothing. But
he was still in the push, and then he got hurt.
I'm saying hopefully Reed recovers well and everything. I'm saying hopefully he recovers well. I'm saying after he pushed Reed, he didn't push anybody else like that.
Well, Jacob kind of getting that push now.
Yeah, I mean, other than bloodline members, of course. It's unfortunate. Really, Gable should be going up against Braun Breaker, and that match would be amazing.
But people probably want to see Jacob fight too versus Braun Breaker, which I kind of want to see too. That done teased it 3 times. That's the third time they done teased it. I'm like, hey, bro, you can't keep teasing me. I ain't that much of a tease.
My bad. If you're not a bloodline member, you don't get nothing. I forgot how that goes.
Roman Reigns did save the company.
He saved it and then he strangled it, and now it's been left out to dry.
Well, they very rich right now. A lot of new fans because that other company. Monte, when you see,
we ain't gonna talk about them.
I tell y'all think Monte hate them. Monte watched part of an episode of AEW. He got confused. No, who was it? Robert. Robert said, "Why is Jeff Jarrett here? He's 62 years old. Why is he going for a title?" I don't know.
Bro, y'all got Jeff Jarrett still active. Y'all got Chris Jericho struggling. Oh my God! Y'all have a nice evening.
I showed Monte a match. He said, "What is this? That's the worst thing I ever watched."
Y'all have a nice evening. Thank you all for watching another episode of Overall 99 Media. The review of the worst Rumble ever. Not really the worst Rumble, but it is pretty bad. Thank you all for watching. This has been your local Navy funeral director.
Up, circle down, circle down square. Up, circle down, circle down square.
Already I'm knowing what you ain't used to. How you set the standards from shit that you used to stoop to. Avoiding all the damage and types that you used to shoot to. Got no room for baggage, little baby, I'm in a coat too. College educated, so nah, I won't lecture. Self-sabotage, I won't let you. Figuring it out, no problem, I won't test you. We got plenty time, no pressure. I don't even need much.